Hello, what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to Sunday, welcome to Random Pick Day. Firstly, I hope you all have a nice Sunday. Sit back, relax and enjoy today's episode. Secondly, if you wouldn't mind smashing that thumbs up button on today's video, that would be amazing. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. So I've set my budget between 100k and 300k bin. Special items only, in the hopes that whatever random page I land on, I would be able to pick like a good player, hopefully a Tots. And on page number 7, there is a Tots, which is great, and it's Decore. So he's the player that I'm going to pick out of that page, and that is one of our players that we're going to use in today's squad. I think page number 9 was my next random page, and there's 3 Tots available there. I figured I would go for the outfield player rather than the choice of 2 goalkeepers, and I'll bring Tots Lamar into the fold and see how he can perform in my team. Love that 95 dribbling stat. I'm pretty sure he could be a bit of a beast. And then I think, yeah, it's page number 3 for my final player. And again, I see a couple of blue options, so I head straight for them. And it was between Sula, who I've used before in a squad builder, and Van Ginkel, someone I've not managed to use yet, but seems like he could be an amazing player with the stats that he's got. So I choose him. So I've got 3 awesome blue Tots players for my random pick content today. And we're going to go with a false 9 formation. An odd one which I don't typically use, but I figured we'd give it a shot today. I had a little idea for a team. So within that, the 3 players are going to play as follows. Right centre mid for Van Ginkel, left centre mid for Decore, who links off with a soft link to left wing, that is Lemar, who's hopefully going to get very much involved, being even ahead of the striker in this formation. And this is the squad around them, nearly a full special team, just for Azpilicueta missing out. I didn't want to pay 250k for his inform, seemed a little bit much. But I've got 87 Asenjo in goal. I've got the PSV right back Arias, 84, second inform, and then 81 rated Roussillon, I believe it is, the inform from Montpellier. And then we have 2 Spaniards at centre back. They're both kind of short, but they're from 2 different leagues. We've got Nacho Fernandez, the old faithful, I love using him on the game, and then Azpilicueta from Chelsea, who gets a strong link off to Futmas Herrera, because obviously Spaniard in the Prem, so he's got enough chem. And we move on to our first centre mid. That is our first random pick player, Marco Van Ginkel. Only stat that's not in the 80 club is his 77 pace, and then he does have 84 dribbling, passing and physical, and he's also got 88 shooting. Not too shabby. And then Decore, similar style, you know, he's a little bit slower, but his stats across the board are monstrous. We've got a 6-foot tall player here. Van Ginkel was 6'1". I feel like we're holding down the midfield with some pretty awesome stats in these players. Looking forward to actually testing them out in game. Now, I've gone for Rui Costa at cam because I feel like a lot of you have him. I nearly put Hullet there, but then he brings the whole price of the team like to way over budget and stuff. So decided to go for Rui Costa today and let the other players shine. And then, of course, we have Lozano at right wing, followed by our third random pick player, that is Thomas Lemar. 91 rated, the Frenchman who plays for Monaco. He's got 91 pace and 95 dribbling and 88 shooting. And 92 passing, and well, like well into the 80s for strength if you apply the right chem style, which I have today. Finisher on him, and then I believe I've used engine for both of the other 2 to try and boost that pace, dribbling and passing as much as possible. So that's the squad. Actually looks pretty solid. Like I said, 1 player away from being a full special team, and if you have Futmas Azpilicueta, or if you have the inform version, you could make this team a full special team. A rainbow team perhaps, with all the different card designs that we've got in this squad. And we actually start with a Nacho Fernandez header going into the back of the net. Just want it from a corner, and I don't expect anything like that from him because he is so short. But, well, the rest of the goals are going to be from, like, Lozano, from our 2 or our 3 random pick players. They all got involved and scored quite a few goals. I think Van Ginkel actually got himself a hat-trick in the first game, and then didn't score in the other 3 games that I was able to play. So that's a bit weird. Very, very high scoring to begin with, and I was like, oh my god, are people going to think I'm just trying to score with Van Ginkel here? Because literally, hat-trick in the first game was a bit nuts. But the opportunities just presented themselves, so of course I'm going to take them. And then Decore actually scored like a few bangers, a few little long shots and stuff in a couple of the games, so that was quite nicely well worked and stuff, and that was a fantastic goal right there from Rui Costa. From the moment that long ball came in, the ball didn't hit the floor, and it was just pinged and touched and brought down and hit on the weak foot on the volley. Absolutely sublime. Really, really nice goal. Probably the best one that I scored in today's video for sure. Might be the best goal I've scored in the last couple of weeks, because that was absolutely fire. But yeah, I think we now move on to the goals that I got with Decore. Nice sort of strength there. He turns, absolutely bangs it into the back of the net. I'll take that. And that puts me 4-1 up in that game and cruising. Really, really solid, powerful strike with lots of accuracy to get past that goalkeeper. I think this guy had a full Dutch team in the Eredivisie or something. So not the best goalie to beat. But then we are able to beat Edison here, who is Mr. OP, with another long shot from Decore. And that seemed to be the thing. Like, he wasn't super quick, and his agility and stuff is terrible, so trying to like weave him into the box to take a shot is not ideal, but picking it up on the edge and then just absolutely walloping it, that seemed to work. And you can see here the run actually happens, and then I just wallop it from outside the box. So the 3 goals that he was actually able to score against me were actually all very, very good ones. Now Van Ginkel scored 2 that were really similar and very nice, you know, like finesse shots from outside the box, whipping it round past that keeper. I think 2 of his goals are actually basically identical, and they were the first 2 goals I scored with him in my first match of playing these random pick games. So yeah, I was like, oh my god, am I going to score goals after goals after goals like this all the time? And that was the other one he scored. Same match, but just gifted on a plate, you know, low driven from that free kick, short pass. They work out for me like 8 out of 10 times, so I always do them as opposed to shooting. And then once again with the whippy around the goalkeeper into the back of the net. I'm not sure how he doesn't get down and save that, but I'll definitely take it. And it was a nice goal. It shows like he's obviously got fairly good curve and a really nice long shot, and the finishing stat must be up there as well. So I'll take it. And now we move on to the goals that I think I was able to get with Thomas Lemar. And with this player, you get a hell of a left foot. You don't get any right foot though, because his weak foot ability is 2-star. So a little bit like Salah and stuff like that, players that are extremely one-footed. That is the case with Thomas Lemar. Now, that was a cracker. He scored an absolute banger in one game, which just got away from me, where I was just like 5-1 up. I decided to hit one from distance at full power, and that fully banged into the back of the net. Really, really nice goal. But you can see the pace and the dribbling techniques and stuff that he's got, able to weave past defenders, sprint past defenders, and then use that killer left peg to just annihilate or slot it home or powerfully drive it home. I like his left foot, but I feel like the 3-star skills that he's got and the 2-star weak foot definitely let him down somewhat. And I think I missed this opportunity. Oh no, I don't take the opportunity with Rui Costa. I selflessly play it out to Lemar to try and get him a goal, or selfishly, I guess, maybe, knowing that I'm trying to get goals with my players. And then he's able to score that low driven past the goalie. So those were the games and all the goals that I was able to score. We actually scored a ton of goals today. And I enjoyed the team. You know, there was one time where I switched it, I think, to the 4-1-2-1-2, just because I was trying to see out a game or something, and then it ended up working better for me. The false 9 is definitely not my recommended formation for you guys. I don't see it working particularly well. Even with all these crazy special items, everyone gets lost and goes everywhere. It's a bit manic, to be honest. But no real complaints for my 2 centre-backs. You know, even though they're pretty short, they deal with everything kind of good, to be fair. The pace and agility and stuff that they have over taller centre-backs is actually kind of useful, you know, for a defender. And then Arias and Roussillon, no complaints there. Both very, very pacey, good dribbling, help get up the pitch as well as obviously doing some of that defensive stuff. Ander Herrera, very similar, like boots and body type to Van Ginkel, so I got them 2 mixed up a fair amount. And then we have Van Ginkel, who I thought was like the best player in my team today. 5-star rating, because for under 50k you get those stats. It's just nuts. And a 9 out of 10 because yeah, he doesn't have the skill moves. Little bit slow, difficult to put into a team because of the Eredivisie, maybe a little bit easier because he's Dutch, but overall 9 out of 10, really good player. I like him a lot, very good for under 50k. Decore, 4-star value for money, so we bring that down a little bit, and an 8 out of 10. Like, as much as his goals were very impressive, I feel like he's a very sluggish player for the Prem. He's a lot of coins as well. Sorry, I'm coughing my heart up here. But yeah, he's like a lot more coins and a lot slower and a little bit less usable in my opinion. But, you know, there's a lot of Prem French players, so it's easy to link a player like that. And I'm sure you could find success. Maybe playing him as a DM would be a good idea. And then finally, Thomas Lemar. He's going to get a similar rating, slightly better in the overall player rating than Decore. It's difficult to... I'm not trying to compare the two. But a 4-star value for money. 91 rated for 140k. That's not too bad. And then the 8.5 out of 10. Only really let down by the fact that he's got the weak foot and the skill move problems. Other than that, it's tough to not like someone who's quick with amazing dribbling and a killer left peg. So that is the random pick for today. Guys, I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have, smash a thumbs up on the video. I would greatly appreciate it. Have a lovely day, and I will catch you next time. Peace.